back to another episode of H Unleashed. I'm your host, Helena. And yeah, welcome. If you're new and if you've come back. I really need to come up with something new other than that, because I swear that's just like my go-to. I really don't think these things out. They happen, you know? Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, if you listened to my last episode, I mentioned what this one was going to be about, and I'm sure it made absolutely zero sense, but it will in this episode, so I hope you're ready. So, forced to evacuate. Evacuate. Oh, this is my specialty, if you know. Me pronouncing words. Love that. Yeah, so if you're from the Queensland, I don't know. That's actually really bad. I have no idea what places exactly got flooded, but I know where I was from got flooded. I've never been like a massive TV person and up to date with everything, so I don't know what that was. I never stayed up to date with anything. So yeah, pretty much in 2011, Queensland, my town, whatever, got really badly affected with floodwater, and a lot of houses went under and a lot of people lost a lot of things. It was a very sad time, and a lot of people were left distraught and homeless, itemless, you know, just everything. It's hard. Like, some of these things, I'm sure I'll laugh or like smile about it, but I know it's not a good situation, and I think I don't know if it's just my way of dealing with it. I don't know, but it's really fucked up. So I'm just gonna start. So 2011 floods. And this is again me living at Yamanto. Pretty much me as a teenager, late teen, before I moved out of home, was in Yamanto. So a lot of my stories I'll be at Yamanto. So get used to that. So we lived at Yamanto. My sister was dating someone in Carolee, if you know that area. Very easily floods. There's really only one way in and out. So once that's gone, they're stuck. Oh, God, I really should not be laughing. I'm sorry. It's not a good time. Yeah, so pretty much my sister got stranded with his family, and I was very jealous. I felt like she was on vacay, meanwhile I was stuck at home with the nutcases, aka my parents. Yeah, I was very jealous. I think I was like, 2011, how old was I? The math going in my head, 11 years ago. Yeah, so I would have been like 14. 14 or 15. I don't know. One of the two. Anyway. So a lot of people were affected. There were evacuation centres, so they pretty much let people sleep there. They had food, clothes, and just all these donation things. If you lived in Yamanto at the time, I'm sure you know we were nowhere near affected. It was nowhere near us. Like, unless we were letting that rise for like another few weeks at least. And even then, I still don't think it would have got to us. Oh, God. Long story short, my birth giver thought it was genius plan to evacuate because we were going under. I just had to let that sit for a second because the evacuation center where we stayed was closer to the floodwaters than what we were staying at home. Just let that sink. Really makes no fucking logic. But hey, I'm a young teen. I have no say. I'm completely dismissed, and God forbid me staying at home alone with my father. So I was forced to evacuate with my mother. I'm pretty sure at the time my sister and her partner were big on religion, and I think I was following their path more so than the path I'd grown up in. So I was brought up as a Christian. They were Catholic. So I think at this time I was kind of going the Catholic route, and I had been to a few services. So I remember taking rosary beads with me and praying at the shelter to be taken away or be led away from this place and back home, because I really did not want to be there and I felt so unsafe. It gets interesting, and you'll understand why once I get to it. So I remember it was just like this massive center, and there were all these like makeshift, I wouldn't even call it a mattress. I don't remember what it was. It was just so thin and tiny. And it was just everywhere on the ground. Everyone was just sleeping and putting up beds and stuff. Like it was very crowded and just not a nice place to be. A lot of people distraught and upset, understandably. It was just a very sad place. And I think being someone that hadn't personally been affected, that still had everything, yet was there, I felt really... what's the word? I felt like I was taking away what they should have been having. And again, that comes up a bit more in more things I'm going to go into. I remember getting my lady time, my period, at this place. And I had to deal with that in that situation. Meanwhile, my father is at home just relaxing, watching TV, living his best life, having the house to himself. And my sister camping with her partner's family, I guess, in their backyard at their house, stranded. And I was stuck at an evacuation center with my birth giver for no reason. Yeah. And it gets worse. Like, when I say it gets worse, I mean, there were news crews. They filmed people looking devastated. And I remember there was this one point where I was just sitting at the table. I think my birth giver was grabbing some food for us. And I was just very annoyed, to say the least, that I was even there. And I looked very depressed, sitting by myself at this table. And they got an action shot of me. And it went on the news. And I had people messaging me like, oh my God, you've been affected by the floods. Like, you okay? Blah, blah. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, you're on the news at the flood center. Like, for fuck's sake, at this point, it really can't get any worse, can it? Like, surely you would think. But I know, it does. Yeah, it does. I remember one night my birth giver was in line trying to get some food, and I think there were like some important people or people that make decisions, I don't know, whatever. Oh my god, even just thinking back to this, like that I'm about to say, it's just so fucking cooked. So cooked. My birth giver came to me and told me that she was eavesdropping in a important conversation, and they were pretty much saying like they don't know if the whole city's going under, and she was just like making it a real panic and like everyone's gonna die sort of feel. And she was stressing me the fuck out. Like, I didn't I'm believing what my birth giver is saying, and then obviously everything that's happening, it's not following through. Like, if anything, it's going backwards. Like, it was just really mind fucking. I don't know who she was so like. I don't know. Maybe she did hear it. I don't know. But why? That's what I mean with getting kids involved with, again, adult situations. It's not cool. On another day, I don't even remember how long we were there for. I know it was a good few days that we were there. Maybe 4 or 5. I don't know. But another day, there were donated clothes, and my birth giver said, let's go have a look. And I asked her why and what for. I've got clothes. I haven't lost anything. Like, why? She just said, we're just having a look. Come on. I was like, for fuck's sake. Like, I literally got dragged there. I did not want to go. I was embarrassed. Yeah. My birth giver is then ruffling through the clothes. And she's shoving things at me to take. And I just remember looking at her and just saying, like, Mum, because at the time I called her that, these are for people that have lost everything. We haven't lost a thing. Hell, some people have lost their entire homes. There are so many more people in need. We're already outstaying our like, we shouldn't have even been there in the first place. The fact that a 14, 15-year-old daughter has to say that to her mother, who is the parent in this situation? I think that is probably one of the things that has stuck with me the most and the longest. Like, how could someone take away donations to the people that have quite literally lost everything? And I think that's probably, like, because recently there was a flood, and I'm really just piecing this together now as I'm saying it, but I don't really post a lot about, you know, big events or things that are happening and to donate to. Like, yeah, I agree. Maybe I might do it personally, but I won't, like, promote it. But recently, oh my God, recently there was a flood, and I don't know what it was, but something within me was just like, oh, hell no. Like, I just posted all these links that people could donate to, and I'm really just understanding or realizing probably why I did that. It's because I was a little triggered. I don't want people to be taking from the people that have lost everything. If anything, I want people to be giving. That's insane. That's actually insane. I myself did up like 2 massive boxes. My partner did up a massive box. Like, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, whoa. It's just like one of those headspace moments, like, holy dooly, that's so weird. But yes, that was the main few things. I remember, you know, after a couple of days of being there, like, I had it at that point. The floods weren't getting worse. If anything, it was, you know, going down, and we were still there. Eventually, I convinced her to take us home, and, you know, I'm pretty sure my dad was a bit bummed that we had finally come home. He was probably enjoying himself. But I was just so thankful. But then I also had to deal with people asking me if I was affected. I didn't know how to say that I wasn't affected, and I didn't know anyone that was there. I was just there because my birth giver forced me to be there, because we were gonna, I don't even know. Yeah, that happened. So it's a fucking good story, I swear to God. My sister, actually, a little side note, my sister ended up, they all ended up getting some money for that, because they had to go for so long without electricity, and I'm like, here she is, vacating with the fam, doesn't have to deal with her birth giver, gets paid, meanwhile, I'm evacuated at a centre solely with her by myself. I love that for me. It's just funny to look back on just the difference, and like how much I just wish I was with my sister at that point. But yes, that was the situation I got dealt with, so it's okay. That's what I had in life. Yeah. My next episode, I'm probably gonna be discussing, or starting to discuss, my illicit substance journey. Yeah, I'm actually not going off notes anymore. I was in the first few episodes, but I don't know. I just want to be a bit more raw, real, and in the moment. And I mean, there's always things that I wish I had said when I like think back to recording, but at the same time, I like that it's in the moment, so I'm just going to keep doing that. So I don't know what to expect or what's going to happen, but I have quite a history, unfortunately. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of story times or things I'm going to discuss that involve drugs and things that had happened to me, because a lot of things happened during that time that wasn't very good. But yes, until then, guys, I hope you stay safe and keep well, and I'll see you then. Me like thinking if I should be like saying anything else. Oh my god, it's just like one hot mess. No, okay, I think that's fine. Okay, no, never mind. Alright, bye guys, bye!